I love the sausage. Covered in dog ears. If you don't come to the streams on a Saturday night, you won't understand that. I was going to say good morning. It's turned out nice again. I don't even know what time it is. 12:40. It's my lunch break, alright? Cut me some snacks. Remy, what are you doing? I left the sausages in the oven. Two things. Right, I'll eat the sausages. One, that product, that's a username, one of my followers and supporters on here, recently used the super thanks feature, which is under the videos apparently. Well, it is, but it depends on what country you're in, I think. And he asked me on the stream the other night, did you get the super thanks? And I was like, I don't know. Like the way that YouTube works, it's really difficult to work it all out sometimes. And it bothered me because if people are like doing a super thanks and I don't know, they've done that, that would really trouble me because I like to add everybody to the video description below in my videos for the year, you know, as a way of just acknowledging, you know, saying thanks, these are my peoples. And cut a long story short, the product, I've worked it out, and it doesn't show up in the normal area. It doesn't really matter. You don't worry about it, guys. But if you use the super thanks, not the super chat, the super thanks, I think it's a love art underneath the video. If you use that, and I don't respond saying thanks for the super chat, I'm not aware, so I really need someone to do that on one of my videos today, which sounds terribly like, you know what my haters will be saying, but that product will verify that I had an issue with that. Remy, where have you gone? Don't trust you. What are you doing? What you got in your mouth? Oh, that's all right. That's what she said. Yeah, so he will verify that. But those of you that have done the super thanks thing on a couple of videos recently, you'll have seen me reply to all of those comments there. There's a way to filter the replies that show them. So moving forward, we should be okay, all right? It's really, really important to me that I acknowledge people that support me. You know, like if I don't thank you, it's just not right. What's the other thing? Thiago, I saw them sausages down here. Thiago, he's a useless. I think I'm fitter than him. What's your thoughts on the Thiago situation? You know, I was starting to think that we might consider getting rid of him, you know, while we could. I think he's got a year left on his contract. He's obviously out for the season now. You know, so we've got to look, you know, hope that he gets back in time for pre-season. I just wondered what your thoughts were on Thiago. In 2021, 20 starts in the Premier League. 21-22, 17 starts in the Premier League. And 22-23, 14 starts. If he could stay fit, he would be an exceptional player. He is an exceptional player. He's a great player. And he's a bit of class. But the injury, you know, we seem to have some terrible situations with that. I mean, I genuinely thought, you know, the Bellingham thing, you know, like, well, maybe, you know, someone might get sold in the summer. He was one I thought could go, but he ain't going to be fit, so no one's going to be buying him in the summer. You know, I would rather have a fit Thiago in his squad, you know, definitely. But I don't know long term what the solution is. I can't imagine that they would extend his contract. So does he see, you know, is he going to be one of those that leaves on a free, runs his contract down and goes? Because if he's out till July, or comes back in July pre-season or whatever, I guess there's an opportunity to still cash in on him. But I don't know what you guys think about Thiago. I'd be particularly interested in your thoughts on that. I keep looking at these sausages. So I want to get off. I don't want to do a long video. Let me make my tea. Did I put the sugar in? No, I fucking... Well, I took that off there. I'm sure I did. It's not sugar, actually. It's sweetener. And it's called sucralose. And it's 600 times sweeter than sugar. But 0 calories. So yeah, my crank the flange club there. Crank the flange, crank the flange. We will be cranking the flange on Saturday night. The stream. We will be doing a stream on Saturday, but I don't think I'll start at 6 UK, which really has annoyed me. So what we'll do is we'll probably go live at full time on Saturday, but I don't want a late night because it ruins my Sundays. But yeah, I'd like to do one on Saturday because I'm not going to be here the following Saturday. I feel a bit motivated today, guys. I feel like I'm I don't know, I was in a bad spot last week. Excuse me. And, the problems of last week haven't gone away. But I feel like, I don't know. I've done the Cop Talk podcast today, which I think was about 40 minutes long. I enjoyed that. I've done a Dunk Knows Best podcast today. I enjoyed that. We've done a couple of videos today. I've enjoyed that. I'm all right. I feel like I can, get on with stuff at the moment. So, is there anything that you would like us to discuss? I'd really appreciate, some comments. Really, just I see a lot of transfer speculation and rumours that I personally am not paying much attention to at the moment. The McAllister thing, I think I mentioned this on the podcast actually. Them sausages are doing the McAllister thing, I think he, up until the end of last week, I don't know, something may have changed since then. So I don't want to say right now that McAllister, not Gary McAllister, McAllister, it's not necessarily today, at the time of filming this video, our primary objective. But the only reason I say that is I know I was led to believe that he was up until the end of last week. And then, as you know, I haven't really been around much over the weekend and stuff. So that might have changed. What I'm saying is, as far as I'm aware, up until the weekend, I was under the impression that he was well, he's obviously a primary target, but receiving the most focus, the most attention. That's what people are saying associated to the club. So it wouldn't surprise me if we hear at any point personal terms agreed, right? But what you have to understand is a player can agree personal terms with a number of clubs at once, all right? So obviously it's not supposed to happen. When a club, this is how it, what's supposed to happen is a club makes an offer, that club accepts the offer and grants permission for the player to undergo a medical and to discuss personal terms. The reality is the personal terms are discussed right at the very beginning, because there is no point a club bidding for a player if that bid gets accepted and the player then says, all right, let's discuss personal terms, and it's ridiculous demands. So when Liverpool bid for someone, never worry about, I hope personal terms get agreed, because trust me, they're already done. All right, very, very, let's put it this way, there's an idea, everyone's got an idea of what is needed to make such a deal happen. So it wouldn't surprise me if personal terms have been agreed with McAllister, or you might see those claims at some point. But don't be naive to think that means it's on, because I have a little feeling or suspicion that his agent met with Manchester United at the same time that he was in or around Merseyside, which, you know what my memory's like, if you look back on my videos or on coptalk.com, it will have been last week sometime. My memory is usually better than that. I would normally remember that, but as you know, last week was horrendous. So I haven't really thought about it. But I do know that I put an article on, and I'm sure I will have mentioned it in a video, that his agent or agents or representatives allegedly had a sit down with Liverpool, on Merseyside recently. But it's the northwest of England, okay? Manchester United are very keen on this player as well, and it is the agent's responsibility to speak to as many clubs as possible and to collect, you know, as many offers as possible for his client, unless of course that client is absolutely hell-bent on going to one club like that. But then again, that's still going to be part of the process, right? Because even if you really wanted to play for Liverpool, if you're the agent, you're still going to go and speak to the other clubs to let Liverpool not know how desperate your client is to join, in my opinion. Because that obviously gives you more, like, you know, more weight to your demands. You say, well, all right, fair enough, but yesterday I met with Man United down there, like, so at the same time, don't be dissuaded or put off if you think, oh, I've heard that he's had chats with whoever. It's all a game of bluff. And I'm sure most of you know this, but I'd like to point these things out every now and then, and I know I repeat myself every now and then, but we get new viewers, and there's some, you know, some people are maybe not as deep into some of this stuff as you may think, or maybe we have younger heads or something like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if personal terms have been agreed on that, and or we hear something on that front soon. But there is strong interest from Manchester United, and I'm really looking forward to the transfer window, guys, and this sausage. So I'm going to go now. So what are we going to eat with sausages? So one, super thanks. It's called a super thanks. If I haven't responded to a super thanks comment, please let me know in the comments on this video or any other video, because that's important to me. Those of you that haven't made a super thanks, that's click the heart under the video on any of the videos. I will today make sure your name is on the list in the channel description. Remy, what are you doing? Thank you. Don't trust him. Should I tell them when you were outside all day the other day and then I let you in and you pissed on the bottom of the banister downstairs? Don't look at that. Oh no. Go away. Yeah. Super thanks. I've worked it out. The product, thank you for that. I appreciate it. I'm a granddad. I'm a bit thick. Thiago. What for Thiago, guys? And McAllister. I guess I'm not really asking you. So, fuck off. You got a bone. McAllister. I don't know, you can comment. Do you think we'll sign him? He's gone a little bit quiet since that agent, like. Sporting director as well. There's an article on the front page of coptalk.com and on the members website about him. And it's on the podcast today, alright? I won't waffle on about it now, because I really want my grub. And yeah, that's it. Alright guys. See you in a bit. Okay.